Guys, Rugby League Roundup here, back with another video, and today it is Beyond the Tryline podcast, episode 11, and we are reviewing the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles 2025 season. I just want to say thank you for all the support. I recently hit 500 subscribers, and that means a lot to me, so I just want to say thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into the video. As we always do, we compare their 2024 season to their 2025 season. So in 2024, they finished 7th with 13 wins, 1 draw and 10 losses, as well as scoring 634 points while conceding 521 points. Now, moving on to their 2025 season. Moving on to their 2025 season, which unfortunately got a little worse. They finished in 10th position, which is 3 positions lower than they finished in 2024, with 12 wins and 12 losses. So 1 win less and 2 losses more. And they also scored 555 points, which was 79 points worse than the season before. And then they conceded 534 points, which was 13 points more than they conceded in 2024. So overall, they got worse in 2025, but hopefully that changes in 2026. Let's look at their attacking stats for 2025. So they averaged 23.8 points per game, which finished 8th, with 5.3 line breaks per game, which was the 4th most in the competition, as well as 28.8 tackle breaks, which unfortunately finished 15th. But they ran 1,688 metres per game, which finished in 7th. But where they struggled here was their offloads per game, where they had 7.8, which finished in 15th. And they also had 11.1 errors, which was the 7th most in the comp, with a 79.2% completion rate, which was the 10th best in the comp. So definitely some attacking stats they could improve on for 2026. Now, moving on to the defence and discipline for the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles in the 2025 season. They conceded 22.3 points per game, which finished in 8th. They missed 31.7 tackles per game, which finished in 11th. They also conceded 5.5 penalties per game, which was the 5th most in the comp. So that's something that they definitely might have to fix, or will have to fix in 2026. And they also had 17 bins for the year. So definitely some stats that they could improve on, and some stuff they're already doing well, but definitely the penalties conceded has to be fixed if they want to make the top 8 in 2026. Moving on to our player reviews. If you guys don't know how this works, how it works is pretty much if you played 10 or more games, we review the player, and if they did well or what was required of them in the 2025 season, we give them a pass. If I think they didn't do what was required of them in the 2025 season, we give them a fail. But that's just how it works, and without further ado, let's get into the player reviews. Our first player is Luke Brooks. He played 24 games, 4 tries and 14 try assists. While those stats weren't all that bad, there were some games where he was in and out, and some games where he played really well. But he only averaged 85 running metres, where in his previous years, he's averaged 97 and 121. So for me, although I still think he has a pass for the 2025 season, we need to see him run the ball more in 2026, because that's where he looks the most dangerous, and that's where the points are going to come from Luke Brooks. So for me, pass for Luke Brooks in the 2025 season, but he just needs to work on those things. Now, moving on, Eagles bench forward also could start for him, Ethan Bullimore. I thought Bullimore was solid, playing 24 games this year, scoring 5 tries with 108 average running metres and a 96% tackle efficiency. Man, I thought his impact off the bench was immense, and I mean immense. Like every time he came on, he had such an impact. His work rate, his fitness levels were perfect. So for me, Ethan Bullimore gets a pass mark for the 2025 year. Moving on, Jazz Tavanga. 23 games, 0 tries and 0 try assists. But it wasn't those stats that impressed me. It was his solid effort every week. No matter what was wrong with his side, whether it was injuries or suspensions, he always turned up. He always put his best effort in. And for that, it's a pass mark. Okay, moving on to a Manly club legend, and I think it's easy to say that, Daly Cherry Evans, 24 try assists in 23 games, as well as 5 tries. While his stats looked amazing, his decision to leave the club in round 3, I think, may have caused a lot of distractions within Manly, and I think it possibly cost him a position in the top 8. And for that, it's kind of hard to give him a pass or a fail. It makes the decision a lot harder. It could be a pass or a fail for anyone because, pretty sure certain Manly fans might feel like he robbed the club of a good season, making that decision way too early and not having signed with anyone until the end of the year, literally. So, for me, I'm still going to give him a pass, but you could go either way, whether it is a pass or fail. But for Daly Cherry Evans and my review, I'm going to give Daly Cherry Evans a pass. I still think he did well with his stats and the way he played in most games. He's still very influential, so pass mark for me. Moving on to one of the young guns at Manly, and he's a bit more experienced now. It's Holokula. What a gun he is. Like 22 games, 16 tries, 5 try assists. He also averaged 149 run meters per game. So, definitely much better. And he also tackled at 87% tackle efficiency. So in terms of stats, he looks good. But on the field, he looks even better. So for 2025, Holokula is getting a pass. Moving on, Lehigh Hopewade. 22 games, 8 tries, 8 try assists. Very solid season for Lehigh. I feel he's their future fullback after Tom Trbojevic is done in the NRL. And he shows it. I mean, he's not afraid to make tackles. He's not afraid to make big plays. He wants it. He wants the games and he wants to go after it. So for me, Lehigh, easy pass for 2025. And he averaged 176 running meters, which is absolutely amazing. So, yeah, definitely easy pass for Lehigh Hopewade in 2025. Moving on now, Ben Trbojevic, 22 games, 5 tries. He also averaged 96 run meters and had a 93% tackle efficiency. I thought Ben Trbojevic was really solid for Manly in 2025, and he was pretty consistent throughout the year. So, for me, I'm going to give Ben Trbojevic a 2020 pass mark for 2025, and I think he definitely will improve in 2026. Moving on, Jake Simpkin. Easily his most consistent year in terms of first grade games, playing 22 first grade games and scoring 2 tries and having a try assist. He also tackled at 95.4%, which was really solid. And to do it throughout the year that consistently is really impressive. So for me, Jake Simpkin has got a pass mark for the 2025 year. And I think in 2026, it's only going to get better for him. Moving on, we have Corey Waddell. He played 22 games this year, scoring 4 tries. And he tackled at 90.8%, which I thought was solid. And I think he did his job for Eagles this year whenever he was required to play. And I didn't think he did anything too bad, to be honest. So for me, I'm going to give him a borderline pass just because he wasn't that great, but he wasn't awful at all. So yeah, pass mark just for 2025. Moving on, Ruben Garrick. 21 games, 12 tries and 3 try assists. His attacking contributions were out of the world. And he also tackled at 87% tackle efficiency in the centres, which wasn't too bad. And he averaged 119 running meters. So, I think he was great for Manly when he played. And I'm going to give him a pass mark. I think that's pretty easy for me. On, Siosia Takayaho. Back from 3 years out of NRL. 22 games. He averaged 121 running meters and had 94% tackle efficiency. Very solid year for Sia, and I think he's in for a better 26 and hopefully more first grade games and maybe a couple of tries. Yeah, pass mark for Sia Takiaho. Moving on, Jason Saab. I feel Jason Saab can be great when it comes to attack, but there's definitely still so much room for improvement when it comes to defense and defensive reads. That being said, he averaged over 100 running meters and scored 10 tries and had 6 try assists. So his attacking contributions was good. I just think in 2026 we need to see more better defensive reads, and maybe that can come with a few intercept tries, who knows. But yeah, for me, I'm still going to give Jason Saab a pass mark for 2025. Moving on, Tom Trbojevic. Still a world-class playmaker. It was proven this year. 17 try assists in 18 games and 6 tries. I still think he was really solid, and he defended pretty well. And he was just really consistent throughout the year, averaging over 100 plus running meters. So for me, I'm going to give him a pass, but I would love to see him get some more tries on the board. because when he gets more involved, yeah, he's definitely a threat. So pass mark for 2025. From one Trebojevic brother to the other, Jake Turbo. Other than his concussion issues, he still managed to play 17 games, about that. He tackled at 94% and he averaged about 80 running meters. Definitely still some stuff where he can improve on, and unfortunately, I think the concussion issues took a bit of a did a bit of damage throughout the year. And the most important thing is health and safety, and definitely with concussions, definitely needed to be looked after. But other than that, I thought whenever he played, he was decent and he did his job. So, yeah, pass mark for Jake Trebojevic. Moving on to Tofoa Sipley. Yeah, like he just did his job, I think. It wasn't anything great, but wasn't awful. And just whenever it was required to do his job, yeah, he did it and he did alright. So for me, there's not much to dive into with Toff Sipley, but I'm going to give him a pass because I thought he was okay when he played. Moving on, we have Homoli Olakawatu, who played 15 games, got 5 tries and 4 try assists. And until he got injured, he was playing good footy. And whenever he gets the ball, he's a threat because he's tall, he's strong, and he can break through defensive lines pretty easily. And yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to see the best of that this year because got cut short easily and pretty early. Sorry. And yeah, I think maybe 2026 will be much better and hopefully injury free. But for the games that he did play, he was pretty solid. So I'm going to give Homoli Olakawatu a pass mark for 2025. Moving on to a player that I think does okay whenever he plays, Tommy Talau. 13 games, 3 tries, and 3 try assists. He wasn't really bad at all. But definitely didn't probably see the best of his footy capabilities. But yeah, I still think he did decent whenever he played, and I'm going to give him a pass mark for 2025. On to Nathan Brown, a fan favourite. Whenever he gets the ball off kickoff, he'll always run off the back fence, and a lot of fans love that. He also tackles at 93% efficiency and averages 76 running meters per game off the bench. So he's always solid, and his impact off the bench is so huge for Manly. For me, pass mark. Now, last but not least, Matt Lodge. Matt Lodge played 10 games. He averaged about 70 running meters every time he played, and I thought he was really solid. So, yeah, pass mark, because he always put max effort in every week when he played. Now, moving on to the gains, losses, and re-signings. Zach Dogger-Clay signs from the Roosters till 2026. Jamal Fogarty on a 3-year deal to 2028 from the Raiders. Kobe Hetherington from the Broncos till 2029. And Blake Wilson from the Dogs until 2027. They lost Josh Alawai to retirement, Jake Arthur to Hull FC, Gordon Chan-Kum-Tong to the Bulldogs, Michael Cheekham retired, Daly Cherry-Evans goes to the Roosters, Lachlan Croker retires, Itasi James got released, Matt Lodge to the Cowboys, Dean Madison to the Super League, Chris Patolo, Huddersfield Giants, Toff Sipley to the Wolves, Tommy Talau to the Roosters, Jazz Tavanga to the Wakefield Trinity, Raymond Taumala Vagai to the North Sydney Bears, and Jake Simpkin re-signs and Corey Waddell re-signs till 2028 and 2027. To finish off with our final awards, their best win for me was in round 20 where they beat Storm 18-16. Their worst loss was a week later where they lost in round 21 against the Bulldogs 42-4. So that is my best win and worst loss. In terms of player awards now, the best player, Tolu Kula, I think he was great and very influential whenever he played. My rookie of the year goes to Caleb Navale. He's someone that you must look out for, and he might be the future of Manly. And their hardest worker goes to Ethan Bullymore. He was so solid. So those are my final awards. To wrap up the season, I think Manly Sea Eagles had a decent season, but just unfortunately a couple of missed opportunities. So that wraps it up for my 2025 season review of the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. If you guys liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. My next one coming out is the Sydney Roosters. So make sure to stay tuned for that one. Cheers, guys.